Meg Ryan isn't just a star, she's proof that light can blaze, fade, and rise again. Audiences remember her as Sally in When Harry Met Sally, Annie in Sleepless in Seattle, and Kathleen in You've Got Mail, characters whose smiles hid storms. More than an actress, she turned heartbreak into art, vulnerability into quiet power, and made love feel real again. Born November 19, 1961, in Fairfield, Connecticut, Meg grew up in a household that looked ordinary but echoed with silence. Her father, a strict mathematician, and her mother, a teacher with unrealized theatrical dreams, drifted apart. At 15, her parents' divorce shattered the illusion of home. Meg learned early to disappear, to carry the weight of care for her siblings, and to find grace in silence. At 20, she left for New York with a suitcase and fragile hope. The city was unkind but full of possibility. She worked odd jobs, attended auditions, and whispered lines to herself in a freezing dorm room. Rejection was constant, yet she persisted, dreaming not of fame, but of safety. Her first break came in 1981 with Rich and Famous and As the World Turns, small roles that lit a spark, by Top Gun. In 1986, her warmth caught the world's attention. Through the late 80s and 90s, she became America's sweetheart. When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, French Kiss, You've Got Mail, even voicing Anastasia, she made vulnerability legendary and laughter a kind of love itself. Yet behind the screen, fame took a toll. Grueling schedules blurred into sleepless nights. The mask of perfection weighed heavy. She broke molds with A Man Loves a Woman and Courage Under Fire, showing depth and grit beyond charm. And in 2000, the media spotlight turned cruel. Rumors and scandal threatening to overshadow the woman who had made love so luminous. Through it all, Meg Ryan survived, rising from heartbreak, building her own warmth, and leaving a legacy of light that still glows. Not for a performance, but for choices that haunted her for years, Meg Ryan faced the harsh glare of public judgment. One headline shattered the image she had built for over a decade. America's sweetheart became a cautionary tale. "I made mistakes," she later admitted quietly, "and I paid for them." Applause turned to accusation, and the silence she once chose for dignity now sounded like guilt. Films flopped, scripts stopped coming, and Hollywood, which once crowned her queen, slowly turned away. Honesty, she learned, could be expensive. In 2003, on The Michael Parkinson Show, pressed about explicit scenes in The Cut, she stood firm. "Wrap it up," she said, unclipping her microphone, and walked off. The headlines called her rude, unstable, a fallen star. She withdrew from cameras, interviews, and red carpets, not in surrender, but in survival. After years in quiet, she returned on her own terms. In 2015, she directed Ithaca, casting her son, Jack Quaid. Watching him act, she saw the best parts of herself come alive. By 2023, she stepped forward again as writer, director, and actress, no longer chasing the spotlight, but creating her own. "I don't chase the light anymore," she said. "I make it." Before fame and heartbreak, there was love. On the set of Top Gun in 1986, she met Anthony Edwards. Calm, kind, and steady, he made her laugh when she was too scared to dream. But life and careers pulled them apart. "He was kind, I was young. It was a beautiful beginning," she later recalled, the ache of first love lingering in the memory. A year later, she met Dennis Quaid on DOA. Both bruised by fame, they found relief and laughter in each other. She supported him through rehab, holding his hand during the tremors, whispering that life still held hope. Their connection wasn't scripted. It was real, fierce, and restorative. He was fighting for his life, she later said, and she was fighting for him. Their love became something larger than desire. It became survival. On Valentine's Day, 1991, beneath a bright California sky, they promised forever. No diamonds, no spectacle, just two souls clinging to hope. Their son, Jack, was born in April 1992, bringing a stillness Meg had never known. Between sets and sleepless nights, she built a home full of coffee, pancakes, laughter, and small, precious routines. "That was the happiest I've ever been," she whispered, But fame crept in, casting shadows. As Meg's stardom soared, Dennis quietly faded behind the spotlight. Distance seeped into their marriage. In 2000, a scandal on the set of Proof of Life ignited tabloids. Headlines screamed betrayal. After 9 years, Meg and Dennis separated quietly, folding shirts, leaving jackets, pressing a single piano key that lingered in the empty house. "Sometimes grown-ups forget how to be brave together," she told Jack. Motherhood became her salvation. She found peace in quiet mornings, Jack's laughter filling the kitchen. Love, she realized, sometimes doesn't die. It simply runs out of places to live. Later, she found companionship with John Cusack. Quiet, thoughtful, humor dry but disarming. It wasn't romance, it was understanding. They shared late-night walks, lost in Brooklyn, small joys, laughter born of shared scars. But even gentle love couldn't always endure. They grew in different directions, and their paths parted on a rainy Sunday. She didn't cry. Heartbreak had become a language she spoke fluently. Alone, Meg discovered self-love and peace in her own company, until an envelope changed her life. She had been matched with a baby girl from China. Holding Daisy True Ryan, Meg realized love had found her again. Back in New York, her home filled with laughter, toys, and the joys of motherhood. "I went to China thinking I was saving a child," she said, "but she saved me." Years later, Meg found tender, real love with John Mellencamp. Distance tested them, and though they eventually parted, their bond taught her that love doesn't always last, but it always teaches truth. Time, too, became a teacher. The world scrutinized her aging, dissected her face, whispered about her decline. But Meg met the gaze of years with dignity. "Aging is a privilege not everyone gets," she said. Pain, arthritis, and slow mornings became her companions. Yet she moved through life with quiet triumph. Her beauty transformed from surface glow to something deeper. Galaxies of experience, resilience, and light behind her eyes. Her wealth, built from decades in Hollywood, reflected more than money. Montecito estates, renovated homes, luxury cars, each mirrored restoration, transformation, and the calm power of independence. Yet her truest riches were unseen. The laughter of her children, the peace she carried, and the quiet philanthropy that changed lives. Today, Meg Ryan lives beyond applause. Her mornings are filled with meditation, yoga, walks, and tea at sunset. She cherishes small joys, handwritten notes, dinners with friends, the scent of rain. Motherhood remains her proudest work, her children the living legacy of love and resilience. Meg Ryan's story is one of survival, reinvention, and grace. From cinematic icon to woman of quiet power, she teaches that true success is measured not in fame or fortune, but in kindness, endurance, and the courage to rise again. Legends do not fade, they turn into light. And in that light, Meg Ryan shines still, a reminder that peace is love's most mature form.